Nip or VP, and you say, oh, they've got this dark horse map, you know, it's Cobble. If they bring it in, they have a chance to upset. Nope, Fnatic's going to be the one to do it. Now I think right now, Fnatic in the current, I don't know, standings of CSGO, I think Fnatic has the largest stranglehold they've had on the top ranking that they've had ever. Obviously, this is online, so it won't, I mean, if TSM beat them here, credit to them. That would improve their ranking, in my opinion. But we're going to get underway. It's pistol round already blazing, and like I say, Fnatic right now is just absolutely amazing. Pronax already taking down Device.
Man, Team SoloMid read this play wrong. They've just lost apartments. So Fnatic can't capitalize on this, and however, CajunB is down there at the truck already. In fact, down inside the pit. And he's going to jump up to the balcony. The one man that could try and defend for his team from up there. There's Flusher, watching Karrigan and Dupree, stopping them from moving down through Banana. Sipnix has had the time to rotate over, so he's on the bomb site. And Fnatic playing this very, very slow. They didn't realize the Team SoloMid, because they couldn't. They didn't get any information there anyway. But Team SoloMid stacked 3 players over on B and took time to rotate. They were able to scout the one, and man, the picks. Pronax is getting it. And this is not the Fnatic which we saw playing up against Na'Vi early tonight. They're getting these entry frags, and they're doing it flawlessly. Dupree is the last man left standing. JW is watching the corner. He comes out, wants the extra glory, and he's going to take it as well. JW gets 2, Pronax gets 2, and Fnatic have a flawless pistol round here on the tees. If they win this map and then they go into Cobble, knowing they got Cash as a backup at the end,
I mean,
I'd be really worried if I was TSM.
Yeah, this pool favors Fnatic heavily. And I think Dust, too, if they could pick up one round, if they played like they did on Inferno, Cobble's going to be a bit of a wild card. I think Fnatic, obviously, are confident enough on it. If they could have picked up Inferno, Dust 2 would have given them a chance. Now, I mean, a heads-up fight on Cash, they're going to have to play lights out. They have to win right now on Inferno, or I think this is over in 2.
Well, JW, they come up. Karrigan behind the car. JW's looking the wrong way. The Ace Fly, one, did he look left? Now he does, and the pistol does enough damage to bring down JW, which means that AK is going to drop. It will be salvaged, of course. And the cover is smoke. Olaf, he don't care about no smoke. Device is going to sit inside it, however. And it's a split defense for TSM. They still got the kill on JW. That was nice. Pronax, be careful where you go with that bomb. CajunB's going to have a look now. They want Device to drop before they move into B. And CajunB's, in fact, rotating over to the CT spawn. Olaf checks mid. It's open. The smoke. If they go this way, then they've actually chosen the wrong way. Yeah, they're falling back slowly. Pronax is already back at mid. Olaf's up to the library, so he's able to stop CajunB from rotating in. Yeah, he's hearing CajunB running in through the library, so he moves into Cubby and waits for him.
And all they tried to do, easy kill. All they tried to do with throwing out that one smoke on CT is that they know the defense have to be split up. They could have gone for a wild card stack there, but that made Device call for the second player to rotate over, and then they just went A, because they know the chances are that rotation is going to come in, so they can try and at least do damage.
So it looks like the CT is going to lose this second round, as Flusher is able to not make us have to wait until the end of the bomb timer. And how much money have we got? So about roughly 3K for them all. Team SoloMid, they're going to stick on their pistol round. Fnatic with almost full AKs, but look at the money on Olaf. 5.3K just sitting there. So you know he'll have his AWP next round, even if he has to throw this weapon away. There's no point picking up now when you're still up against a pistol round. And where are they coming? The stack again from TSM. It's over on B, 3 players. CajunB, this time he's moving aggressively up into the apartments. So he's getting as much information as he possibly can. Sits in the bedroom, not to have a nap. Just to get comfy and wait for Olaf to push in. And here comes Olaf. While the rest of TSM hold tight. JW looking for the first angle. Sipnix, Karrigan, and Device. How much damage can they do when this push arrives? And, well, the damage is 1. Still can't find the second. Device from inside a Cubby. There's number 2. He's a critical weapons being dropped. They can't get close enough to pick him up. And Crims, he's got to look for the third. We saw this early tonight when Fnatic didn't check it, and this time they're checking the box. They're flushing out Sipnix. Dupree has managed to find some time to rotate over, sitting inside that smoke. As Pronax just spamming it up, but okay, Olaf will finish the job. 3 rounds to Fnatic. First buy round for TSM, however. And Fnatic did still hold the 3 AKs. But Olaf's up to 9.8k. Buys the AWP and gives it over to JW. Let's see if JW can find these picks.
I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting. He's going to be playing T-side. He's actually very good with his angles on Banana, even if he's smoked off onto that car. So we'll have that up his sleeves, but the bigger thing is TSM going to try and take the fight. They don't have an op to work with. They're going with 5 rifles, and they're actually going to go 3B presence with a deep smoke, but Flusha's past it. They've got to be careful here.
Yep. With the blinds already up, Flusha, he's in close. I think he really wants to go up against so many plays. He's got his back turned. There goes your first spray. Flusha will drop. Zipnik's the man doing the work with a little bit of help from Kerrigan.
A little bit of shot fire on Kerrigan, too. Kerrigan had good trigger control to realize his teammate got in his way, so didn't take him down. But those flashes came out to give Flusha a bit of time, try and let that smoke go away and get him support. As soon as that second player came through, it was too late. Fnatic had nowhere to go with that many players on Banana, so good read by TSM. But look at this, Pronax flashing himself through. Zipnix tries to bail out of it, gets caught.
He realized the hole. There were 2 on 5. There was one player playing aggressive on Banana. There was a smoke up, so it was just a flash, turned it back, and hope that he was still floating around there. Now it's up to JW to get that pick over towards Spools. Decreasing very, very far back. In fact, they still got another smoke. Pronax up a long way. JW still sitting behind. The flash is there, and there's that pick to Spools. The Molotov to fly. Where's he going to clean out? Okay. At the very, very back. Force him out of quad. That gives Pronax the kill. There's Device pushing up through Banana. KGB and Dupree fighting from construction sites. There's no one at the back anymore. And Pronax knows it. He needs to clean out the garden. Just to screw with the roots of TSM. And JW, plant time. And it's down, but he's the last man left alive. Okay, they take him out behind quad. The bomb will be defused, and Device will be able to pick up that op. So, not the greatest round for Fnatic. They still have a decent amount of money, but TSM can get themselves on the board. Yeah, but that all started with that good read. They don't have an op, so they'll play 3B off the start, get that presence, and Fnatic decided to take the fight. That low smoke trap flush in. When you take the fight like that and you lose it, the round's got to go to the way of TSM. If they lose it from that point on, then they're over-aggressive and losing picks that they shouldn't be. So good play by TSM, 3-1. Fnatic's going to have to read off these deep smokes if that's going to be a trend, and already it's a 2-2 split with Dupree in a quick rotation spot. Deep smoke again, so now they're going to bail out of it. They don't push into Banana this time. They want to be more passive, and Zipnix is aware of it. He's trying to push down. I think Olaf's also very aware of it. He's moving up quickly into the apartments. Not all the way in. Now he will as Crims his time. Is he going to come through window? Olaf's starting the spam. He's in the right place because Device. There's your nade. Olaf will cop it pretty heftily to the midsection until now he actually gets the pick and Device through the smoke. KGB and Dupree are rotating back over to A. No smokes left at B either. Kerrigan's gone. Zipnix is going to be a lot of trouble. They're flash through on him. He's going to get caught again. Same play. Flusha gets him on the corner. Exact same thing. And he should have backed out when Kerrigan left him because, like I said, they've got no smoke. So Kerrigan tries to flash his way through. Pronax is going to get him. It's a trade. Cajun B. Patience game. He wants to hold on A, but JW is running that bomb over to B. Dupree looking for just that little quick frag on Crims. He was running out. Olaf laying, waiting. The last player left, and I think he just caught a glimpse of him. Does the reload and wants to battle up against Cajun B in the top of apartments. He's the last player left alive for the CTs, just sitting on the balcony. They should be able to track him down. Yeah, I mean, he's got nothing left, so he wants to hold this off, but he's in a really bad spot to do it. They're all coming onto his position. He'll sit at graveyard. If he just keeps his head down, maybe he's got a chance. Oh, okay, he whips on the shot. That's it. The gig's up. Would have been interesting to see if he kept his head down on the stairs if they would check that. That would have been interesting to see. I don't think with the jump out from the balcony, you'd still see the top of the head. So as long as no one came from there, you'd be fine. Your eyes are fixed, focused on a moving object in front of you. You're looking at Pit. I mean, that would have been interesting to see if you could have stealthed it there. But no less, Team SoloMid, they don't get those early picks that time. Fnatic read it well. They don't go through that smoke, and Zipnix fails to fall back. That's the key. They used both smokes low Banana. Didn't have anything left. No one from A threw out a secondary smoke, and Zipnix fails to fall back, gave up the pick early. I don't know if you can even call it fail to fall back, but more just the timing when he fell back. Well, if he held his ground, he could have. He needs to go as soon as Kerrigan starts to leave if he's got no more smokes or Molotovs to hold off, because as soon as that flash comes through, what else is he going to do? He's got to run. He didn't dodge the flash, and that's twice he's been caught with his back to the entry player. One was Pronax, one was Flusha. So he needs to be a little more aware of where his teammates are positioned with him. The push is coming to A, which is heavily undefended. Device was dragged back over to B because of the move from Flusha. Olaf He's managed to at least take top apartments. But again, KGB back near the balcony. Dupree's going to have his first bit of a look, and now he's going to find Crims. Device still not moving off that B site. He's not feeling it's the full lineup from Fnatic there yet, but they're going to find out now. Flusher actually taking out Sipnix on the top of Banana. Taking out a second. There's still the third. And Flush is going to claim him as well. Too easy with the AK. KGB the last man left alive. Olaf, look below you, and there it is. 5-1 in favor of Fnatic on T-half. It really is. They just need to get on a treadmill before they play their first series of the night. They have to get warm.
It's definitely a warm-up issue. At least it has been online. And unfortunately for TSM, this is the complete reverse situation. Last night it was them, T-side 6-1. Now it's Fnatic 5-1 already. And a force buy right now. Dupree's got a mag 7. He's going to head over toward A. It's only going to be 2 in Banana this time. Again, a deep smoke. Flush is already looking directly at it. And Kerrigan's got to be careful. He's the one that's deep now. He does have one more smoke, as does Zipnik. So they smoked it off with an A player this time. This will help them sustain that position a little better and a little more efficiently this time.
Again, though, Team SoloMid, they're playing very similar to what we saw Na'Vi do tonight, where they don't try and come out and contest Boiler. They don't try and take out the window or hold really inside carpets. Oh, Sipnix on the tree. They didn't look. It took forever to look at him.
3 kills, and that was that. So they're okay. So if you don't want to fall back on that flash, get beyond it because you've been caught twice.
Yep.
So he takes the opposite approach, works perfectly. 3 kills for him. Olaf, all that's left. Finally, TSM looking to get another round, and Olaf's going to walk to his death as Kerrigan gets this one. It's actually
didn't check the other corner that time.
Yeah, exactly. Left and rights.
Kept the back turned, and Famus for 3.
You put your right foot in, you take your right foot out.
What you
do the hokey pokey, and you check both corners.
I prefer the waltzing.
Well, either way, that gives them another round. So good play Zipnix that time. He had to recover.
This is CSGO, isn't it? It's the chicken dance.
And they're sticking with this aggressive play. They're there again. It's been every round back-to-back. Fnatic doesn't even want to contest it. They want to take it late. This time, Zipnix is up on that corner. They're setting up. Here comes that flash. Pronax with his back. He's got to be careful. He's under the arch. Is he going to get caught again? He does. Zipnix needs to read this a little bit wiser. Kerrigan now all by himself. One flash out, or pardon me, smoke out to delay him. But look at that. The Pokeball from Flusha, and Kerrigan has been caught.
Yeah, but because of this now, the players have gone down over MB. Device is rotating over there. Dupree is already moved over, and KGB is this solo night watchman on the A site. If Olaf can get this, then that bomb, which is in the hands of Crims right now and Archers, is going to quickly move to A. Flush is going to go down. Dupree getting flashed up a little bit more. Olaf needs to find this pickup, and he's getting support to come over now. JW up through mid. And KGB having to hold from the pit. He needs friends. Right now, KGB is forever alone. And where is it? The jump down, still look down towards pit, and there it is, Olaf. He sees him in the back corner. Just spray him, keep him in the corner. More flash being committed, and they're not even getting the kill on him. They could not stop KGB. And with the support rotating in from Device, they're actually going to stop Fnatic here. The bomb plant might have gone down, but Fnatic unable to execute the entry. Alright, just execute KGB. Bullet to the back of the scalp.
Impressive. Impressive that Kerrigan was able to hold off B that efficiently and force them back to A. I thought for sure it was going to get opened up. So good rotation play comes out from TSM, and now they've got it within 2. They need to get more than this, though. They are, I will say, Kerrigan, under Kerrigan's leadership, their T-side has looked a lot better. But they're still traditionally CT-sided, so they need to give themselves a few more rounds. They still haven't broken the economy of Fnatic. This round would do it, though. And they need to stay alive. The more players that stay alive for them, the better right now. So passive play might be the name of the game.
A little bit of a pop flash.
I missed it, though. Didn't go deep enough.
And they're fighting so close to each other's heads. The level of trust right now. With Sipnix. Both Kerrigan. Well, there goes Sipnix. Flusher was waiting for him this time. Just to also flag what happened to Sipnix in that last round. It was the fact that Kerrigan moved down, took the damage, so he backed up, and Sipnix just basically played tag team. So they can keep a high HP player down the bottom of Banana. Now there's another one here. JW. Okay, he's just looking back at his friends. Yeah, okay, they're boosting. They're trying to look over the smoke, but Karrigan's in the corner. Olaf still, surprisingly, he's been very quiet up in apartments. He's got a lot of kills in this T half, but still. Can he get KGB as he's running out? Yeah, he can. Which means now that CT jumping through the smoke. Oh, wow, okay. Dupree, feeling like he's solid.
So never mind the economy being broken, because it's all Device. And they're going to hunt again. Device gets 1 kill, but they're already coming. JW in through Arch. Crim's down Banana. There's no alternative to get back to the site, so Pronax will join in. Device just has to run and hide.
Find the kills. Find the kills. Fnatic shouldn't lose too many weapons, though. It's not as though they're rolling in the cash. He's just walking over the balcony. Coming on down. Look around, and there's the first kill over on Pronax. And he'll look up, but shot in the back. Corpse flies from on high. So Fnatic hold on to the 2 AKs. And their money is up to 4.6k at the moment on most on the 3 remaining players who don't have weapons. So Fnatic looking good for the T half. I still wonder if they can hold it on their CT side.
I mean, they may not even have to. If they get a good start CT, they've already got enough. Well, I mean, potentially the way they're playing right now could have enough rounds that they won't even need to be focused to be super tight. They'll be able to get more playful and more aggressive.
They're coming up mid.
JW gets spotted because of it, so Dupree takes him down in response. At least they didn't smoke off both sides, and they did have smoke to work with. There's still 4 up for TSM. They could have easily cordoned off those 2 positions.
Hilarious thing is, this is the first time that JW has done that kind of rush, and it's also the first time that KGB has moved as aggressive as he has with the M4 up into bedroom. So he's waiting for Olaf to walk up. And every time Olaf has been able to do this uncontested. So yeah, he doesn't look for it, and KGB will kill him. Check the corners, look left, look right, and then cross the carpets. Fnatic still want to go in for this A. Dupree's going to find him.
Kerrigan's going to come back. Dupree's made this call. Oh, he just gets around the corner.
What's the Crim's tag? Friendly fire is not a friendly thing. And they're going for B. They managed to get through Archer, so it's up to Sipnix to hold it.
They didn't fake that kill cam, though. So Kerrigan's going to call it. Cajun B's already out. Zipnix has to be efficient. He's back in behind the spools. He spots one, but he takes the shot. He doesn't hit it. He could have waited. He could have waited for the planner to try and come in. He doesn't do it. At least he takes down the first in Pronax.
They've got him. He's locked inside the cubby. There's no way out there for Crims. So they get the plan at least for Fnatic, but beyond that, there's not much joy to be had. And Team SoloMid will now bring the rounds closer to each other. 6 rounds to 4 at the end of the 10th.
Getting a little bit closer. And this time, Fnatic is broke. Or are they? JW goes for the op anyway. I thought he'd wait for his teammates to have a little more to sustain it with Crim's forces and AK, the rest on Tech 9. So here we go. Here's Fnatic going for the Rec 9s again. I didn't think they would go for it in this case where they're already up. I thought they would try and let their economy come back to them because they've already got 6 rounds. Now they lose this. They potentially let the game fall into a tie, whereas they could have played for 7 a lot sooner.
It's just the Fnatic confidence more than anything else.
Oh, absolutely. But keep in mind, it was misbuys that caught them out the last 2 nights.
That is very true.
If they were behind right now, I could see it, but where they're ahead, obviously they know best and know, again, their confidence levels, but this does put them, right, and this does put them in a fragile position, though.
That just means they got to look for these initial frags. But Olaf, he's been given, just spamming out his Tech 9 from up in apartments, making as much noise as he possibly can. He did manage to drag back the 4th defender. And JW is not really finding his position until someone peeks up into mid. But Dupree and Cajun B are being so defensive and so patient. They're double stacking that pit. With Device giving the crossfire. Karrigan's now coming back over. He's just floating in between highway. Flusher is there, so a lot of noise. The flash is flying high. They've actually got one up on the pedestal, but they're going in through the arches. And this could just be a move to B. Device, well, they already brought down Karrigan. There goes your highwayman down. Device is right behind him. He's not moving quick enough. And in fact, Olaf, turn around. He's going to find Device. As well as the second with these Tech 9s. It also means find himself a good weapon. And the B side belongs to, well, almost Fnatic. And now it is, in fact, Fnatic. And Cajun B and Dupree aren't going to come in for the contest. Round goes to Fnatic.
So there you go. There's your confidence. 3 Tech 9s is all they need. They come in like a storm. Device had a chance to fall back to Library if he wanted to through those smokes when he heard them go arch. Try and catch them on the way through. Instead, he went to go behind them and get caught out by the lurk.
He realized what happened in the round before that. It was like, well, last time they just ran through arch and then they came in towards the B side. We had to go for the retake. This time they didn't really have the numbers and maybe not having as much confidence to do it again.
No chicken is safe with JW.
Swear. I wonder if he put a plate of beef and chicken in front of him, which one he would take.
Chicken. He's a Counter-Strike player.
And then he gets food poisoning.
I hope not. For his sake.
It's always that question mark whenever you go in for a donor store.
Look at the staggered buy for TSM. 2 M4s out, 25, 22, 50, 17, 50 for the last 3.
Their only hope with this is if they can control top banana and maybe even push aggressively with one of them. And the other one just controls top A. Now, the KGB's got one, Dupree's got the other, and yeah, Dupree's moving down rather forwardly. He's not all the way down, he's actually sitting back on the corner at the top of Banana.
Device has the only smoke, and they haven't used it off on Banana, so that's going to give Fnatic a bit more position to work with. It also gives them a read that things have changed, that maybe they don't have the same economy, or at least they aren't playing the 3B like they have been. So Fnatic could read off of this very easily based on habits.
Yeah, but they're coming for the A. Look at JW and Olaf. They're moving up onto KGB. He's going to have to do some serious lifting with his M4. And not ready. Well, there goes KGB. So no lifting. In fact, he just got AWP'd down. Device has moved over. That bomb is over on the B side. Or at least in Banana. It's going to go to the B side. The pick for Device. JW unable to connect. Karrigan at the top mid. Crims needs to look towards his left. He's looking towards his right because he's feeling Device is going to be there. And Karrigan walks in. It's going to shut him down with a pistol. And, well, hello. There's a second. Now he's got the AK in his hands. Flusher and Pronax need to kill off Zipnix and get this plant down right now.
Zipnix no armor, but he does have the M4. He's not behind the sandbag,
HP.
though. He's playing it up close. That catches off Pronax, but Flusha easily finds the kill in return. It's down to a 2-on-2, and Flusha takes the invitation to run it into B. He'll go for the plant. Device finds Olaf before he could even find either of the rotators, which he was attempting to do. So now Flusha knows that they're coming from A.
Where is he going?
This is bold. He thinks one's going to be coming through Arch. He wants to catch them early, but they're now. So it does two things. One is it gives him an awkward position being far away from the site, but it gives him the complete awareness and positional control that they're both coming from Banana. He now knows that information. So there it is. First kill's down. He just has to play this bomb, and it is planted for him.
Yeah, the bomb is so exposed. The flash is going to come. The defuse is working. 2 seconds. 1 second. The terrorist will win it. He got the shot in the last moment. And the bomb, well, it doesn't even explode, so he holds on to the AK.
So smart. Whew. Pushes forward, gets that information, knew exactly where he planted it and why he planted it there. That was all by design. Great round from him, 8-4. I
don't think he meant to cut it that close. That was still a fraction of a second off being diffused.
And that flash actually caught him, which slowed him down just a little bit.
The fact that he had the flight time, because that's a second and a half worth of the flight time from the flashbang. And then you're able to go for the defuse, so you've got a lot of time being built up there. TSM, Zipnix with the FAMAS. Pushing back Pronax. It looks like Fnatic committing a little bit more heavily towards the B site this time. The smoke is going to slow him down. Olaf's still on this flanker, waiting for any kind of rotation to come out from A. I mean, these 3 Fnatic players can focus on what's in front of them. JW still can't find that angle. Another smoke and flash being used by Team SoloMid. And Crimson Flasher have already moved back to mid. But Device is waiting, sitting in the arches. They're the ones with the man advantage. And he's not gonna see him come up through mid. The smoke is gonna reveal the fact. Crimson Flash, in fact, KGB's already moving himself over into Graveyard. Actually, no, a little bit further out. Lending Device a hand on Arch side. But he still needs to help to cover that top apartments where Olaf is peeking.
KGB's smart here.
That's a dummy.
Yeah, he'll dummy it off for Device, but Olaf's going to be the one. They are coming back over.
They're running like they're coming to B, trying to make as much noise as possible. With 18 seconds left, Olaf needs to get this frag.
Oh, no.
He needs to get out. There's the nade. And the flashbang.
More importantly, JW snuck through the smoke at B and got behind the 2 rotators, so he's going to show up at A through Arch side. Doesn't matter. They're already down. Device isn't going to see him coming, though. Device is waiting, and he's going to be in an awkward position because, oh, he gets around the corner. Just got into the Arch to run away and save. JW could have just tore them apart. If they hadn't caught on, he was there.
JW is, in fact, going to get torn apart by Device. And as you're saying, Team SoloMid, they just want to get out. Save the weapons going into the 14th round. And Fnatic playing it really down to the wire there. Hilarious enough, like even though JW did get through, he was still a non-factor. The initial frag is from Fnatic when they entered into the A site. That's what did most of the work just in that round. So Fnatic, 9 rounds to 4 on their T side. The buys are there for Team SoloMid. Still feels a little forced with a couple of Famuses being thrown around. And poor little Xyp9x. Okay, so actually, no, he's got the AK. So where's our first pick? Team SoloMid again, stacking 3 over to this B site. Device and KGB, more of an aggressive approach. Same with JW. He's already run up through the mid. Looking for the initial frag. Xyp9x is the first one to take the damage. But he's over on that banana site.
And that 3 stack's not going to work.
They're coming.
He's got to come back.
He's moving quick.
Look at the presence inside apartments right now. So KGB is going to be the man that's going to be fully under attack. Or is he? They're actually fading to Boiler. They haven't pushed it forward just yet. He's playing it from the back of the truck, too. So if Device doesn't win the fight against Olaf, he's going to get pinched immediately. He can't even use the statue for cover. So they both have to win these battles.
Olaf's out in the open, trying to move in and out. Getting him to look towards mid. Dupree, the flashes, now they come out. KGB's going to drop. And this means, can they get enough initial frags here, Fnatic, to get the advantage on the site? Karrigan's moving back. Xyp9x and Device, they were already flanking up pretty quickly. So they're going to move into apartments. One to stay low, the plant to go down from Pronax. A 3-on-3 situation. JW, he's up in the graveyard. While Crims and Pronax having to play from the bomb site. JW gets the first kill, Pronax as well. And it's rough for Karrigan. He takes out one. But with 2 more to go through and only 41 HP to work with, it's not possible. So 4-10. Fnatic having a blinder of a first map here on Inferno. Not showing any of the issues they had yesterday.
No, none at all. This is looking very, very well coordinated.
Just want to fly too. This is TSM's pick. They picked this so they could run CT side. That was their advantage map.
We talked about we go to Cobble next, which Fnatic seemed to think is up their sleeve, and then they left in Cash to slip through, which we just saw with it. I mean, this is a rough series for TSM. Device did well to stay alive there. KGB went down, unfortunately. If he had at least got one, Device might have had a chance to get more than just the initial 2. One Olaf Meister and one of the other players from Apartments. That might have changed things up a little bit, but Fnatic came in completely strong through that push. They were not scared at all. Pronax, the spam and the nade, all it takes to take down Karrigan.
He was just sitting behind that car for the last 15 seconds, hoping that no one was going to have a look at him. I'm also wanting to keep my eyes over on Crims, who's about to move up through the mid. More support coming in, and Dupree, KGB, and Device, they're all so aggressive up in the apartments. The problem is they just don't have the weapons to give them that firepower to kill off Fnatic. Maybe with the flash they could do something else here. Coming down, pistol number 1. Dupree needs a second. Can't claim the nade from KGB trying to help out his teammate. That's just a drop flash. Yeah, they know where he is and they got him. So it's all up to Flusher. Team SoloMid, they may not have had the weapons for it, but they definitely played the position. And that bomb down at the top of mid. The smoke from Flusher, as well as the flash, going to let him pick it up and get the hell out of there. Xyp9x already rotating over the B through the highway.
He'll beat him. Just barely, but he will beat him.
If Flusher plays his prop, like, he's
got
wait.
No smoke to hold him out either. So, okay, so Xyp9x going to go the long way to the back side of the site.
Flusher's going to take the time to look for him. And then the plant to grill. Faked it. Brought the gun back up again, and he can't get the initial hit. Xyp9x does it with the pistol.
That headshot doesn't come in. That goes to, well, that kill in particular, not necessarily the round, actually goes to Flusher because he was spamming away 2 more bullets through the spools he had him. So, good headshot.
It's still 10 rounds to 5 at the half mark.
That's the big thing. Yeah, I mean, this is scary right now. Fnatic is looking very strong. Banana was questionable. I don't disagree with being aggressive on it, but not necessarily every round. And if you're going to get caught, Xyp9x did well that round that he got to tree, but if you're going to get caught twice, Karrigan's already faded off. It was just a dreadful start at holding off Banana at the initial part of the half, and what that did is it actually meant that TSM really had to think twice about how they wanted to come out of spawn. If they wanted to continue putting 3 players there, which weakens up their A, and Fnatic started reading that. So once they saw those deep smokes come in, they waited a little bit longer. They checked out A. If there was 2 there, they went. If there wasn't, they went back to B and took the fight. So they just became a little bit predictable because they lost those fights so early. It just gave Fnatic that much more confidence to play with them, and it meant TSM really had to second-guess everything.
Oh, look at him come out now. Pistol
look at
round
the
and a
aggression.
rush straight down mid from Fnatic. I think, yep, there's Zipnix. He's the first one to flag it out. He's able to get a shot through the smoke. And Fnatic, oh, where are you going, boys? Getting tagged on multiple sides. They do not hold the line anymore. Olaf's moving over to B. Kerrigan's going to get that plant down. Flusher at least is able to drop down Zipnix, but we're into a 3-on-4 situation with a tease the plant down. Flusher and Pronax coming up through Banana, while Olaf very aggressively pushing in through the front. And Cage and B, there's number one. And the other two, okay, they're just going to let him have it. They got armor and a defuse kit, and they feel that's enough to save.
So this is good. TSM, the only start that was even feasible for somewhat of a comeback. Now if they can not lose too many bodies and be able to buy up fully, they might get this to 10-8.
I'll be careful, though, because you'll be very aware that Fnatic love to buy on this round.
Well, I'm also right, if they go double scout, which we saw them do the last 2 nights, they're not going to do it here.
We're going CZs. They're going to play the corners.
Well, so they didn't actually get a whole lot of that last round in terms of kills either. But here's the thing. Okay, so they're not going to do it. I expected based on the spawns, they might actually try and stack A and push that mid again and trap them in Banana and take that secondary fight like they did. But
they're going into apartments. So Olaf and Crims will try and hold top apartments. Flusher, top mid, and Pronax and JW keeping TSM at bay on Banana, which Cage and B he's not worried about. He's already pushed all the way up to sandbags. With JW and Pronax, there's already a nice little crossfire for them. And there's your smoke. So forcing TSM to move through blind. But they just don't want to. With Crims and Olaf now, they don't want to be part of that aggressive movement into the apartments. They need to fall back and have a little bit of help. Olaf the man to get the first bit of information. Looking down mid. He gets the first couple of tags. Only a little bit into Zipnix. But it's enough that Flush is going to come back. They leave a decoy behind, and still TSM haven't decided where they're going. 40 seconds on the clock. They're moving back over to B. And what do we got left for smokes? We got 2 flashes and a grenade left for Fnatic. And that's not enough for them to play the vision battle over on B, unless their flash timing is wonderful. Zipnix finds Olaf.
But look at the way Fnatic's playing. They're already Flusha passive, Pronax passive in rotation positions. They want to try and do as much damage as they can on the rotate and retake as Kerrigan gets JW. So now they're going to have to rely on Pronax and Flusha to get these kills. Crims may get lucky in the exits from Banana, and they may get to pick up a gun. That's all they can play for. So Crims is actually doing it. He's falling way back and probably going to wait at the bottom of Banana for the exits.
Maybe Pronax can give him a little bit of help, or Flusha a little bit of help from top mid. That way they at least have some level of crossfire here. Yeah, he's all the way up. KGB's waiting for it. He's kind of read that one. He knows that Crims will be waiting. So another round for TSM. 7 rounds to 10. Not a bad start for the CTs. And notice again the Fnatic, because of the buy, it was really important they save these CZs. Because it's not as bad as what we've seen before. Like when they go for the heavy buys and you still end up dropping your armor, you drop your CZs, you just don't have anything to play with the next round. You have to go for a pure eco. Yeah,
and I mean, they gave up 6 and 7 rounds respectively in the last 2 times they've done that. You do that here, you actually give up the lead. It goes to 11 or potentially 12. Obviously, that included a gun round that was lost afterward, but you don't even want to give them the chance at this point. You're deep into the game. You've already got a couple rounds against you. It's not like there's much reward for the risk, and how they'll play this a little more standard. They're going to save 1 more. This gives, again, that 10-8 scoreline we're looking for from TSM and lets them try and build in. They've got 5 AKs out. Dupree hasn't invested too much. He's UMP 45. I'm just going to peek and see. Okay, so he actually would be able to buy up an op next round if they win this.
We'll see if they can do it. Right now, Fnatic are holding each other's hands on outside of A. Crims maybe feeling the germs are a little bit too much. Just moved over to the A side itself. Dupree jumping out, and there's already your first hit. So Crims gets the advantage. He would love to get out to that gun. In fact, he can do so. They're all backing up. So that gun is available for Crims to pick up. Cage and B and Device, they're on the B side. We're sitting here with Cage and B at the moment. Checks Cubby, but Pronax, the initial frag. sitting in the corner. He's going to get the second as well. These CZs working for Fnatic. Zipnik now, he's going to try his luck. Successful to do so. Turns around for a 180. But Fnatic will take the round. And how many of these guns do they get? They get 2 of the AKs.
Crazy. That's crazy. So TSM don't get it. Caught out entirely. And Zipnix comes into the site. It looks all good from here. Pronax gets them, but Fnatic, there's that aggression. They come around, and Olaf picks up 2. They don't even look for him as he comes in through that connector, slips in behind.
4 rifles. Full rifles for either side.
Oh, they can still buy, but I mean, that's costly. That's one more round that should have been a gimme for TSM before this rifle round comes out. Plus, it's economy lost.
I'd also keep my eyes on Olaf. This guy, after his purchase, has still got 3.8k, so that's going to be your AWP thing coming up for Fnatic. And
which, again, we said it was going to go the other way. Yeah, it was going to go the other way. It was Dupree who would have been able to afford. JW already finding exactly the man I'm speaking of as he drops inside Boiler.
So where do they go? You've got Cajun B on 36 HP as well. This is your rifle round, and you know you're forced into an eco if you fail this. So it's not just a throw out, let's just see if we can get into one side. They still have to play this very smart. How many more smokes have we got? We've got another 2 smokes and 3 Molotovs available for Fnatic. Defense of this B site should be quite easy for Crimson Olaf. Even with 4 coming their way. There's that fresh smoke.
I think they're actually looking to go. They've got the flash to do it. They're waiting for this flash to come over. They'll wait for that smoke to be slightly thinned out, and then they're going to head in.
Well, here they come.
1
Flashes,
pop, 2 pop.
smoke.
Kerrigan goes for a snack-style flash right on the edge of the smoke, and they won't be able to see it, but they're not there, so Crims isn't blind and easily takes him down, and the fire holds them off. Olaf, another one on Cajun B.
He weighted that one perfectly. Flusher is still in the middle of the smoke. But he weighted that one perfectly. Realized the flash and smoke was coming in and just threw the Molotov down. Right between the smokes as well. So there was no way to get into the site without taking a large amount of damage. Device gone all the way back over towards his spawn. He's going to be here with his friend. And they will hide inside the T-spawn as the time will run out. And Fnatic will now go for an extra round. A 7-12 going their way. And only 2 AKs for Team SoloMid to work with here. And Fnatic, they're actually holding their money. No need to throw away an AK or an M4 to pick up that AWP if it's not really required.
No, and the way that they're getting this position and map control, and again, the aggression that's working for them in middle, they may not even need the AWP because they haven't had a lot of chances to use it directly. And here we go. We're going to get a stack over toward B. Pronax is going to play it passive, so they'll think it's a 2-man, and Pronax will just wait in the backside of the site for the call, well, because whether he joins or he rotates.
Zipnix and Dupree have managed to get all the way up into apartments. They'll probably hear JW running back to the pit right now as there goes Crims.
And that pulls Olaf back as he was actually already rotating, so now it's a 1-3 split, but Olaf's still deep in Banana. This gives away that they're out toward middle. We'll see if Flusher wants to get aggressive on that. JW, look at this, knows their apartment. That fire, though, gives him away.
One was there. He didn't realize that one was so close. Which is why it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade-off as opposed to just the advantage going the way of Fnatic. The movement, Olaf, he just still stands so aggressively down in Banana, catching out Kerrigan and Cajun B, forcing a 2-on-2 situation. Flusher, he's moving over through the CT spawn while Pronax trying to take it slow. Flusher, can he get the planter? He wants to. The fire's down. He's actually standing inside the Molotov. He'll drop, and it's all up now to Pronax, and it was all down for Pronax. That'll be a round for Team SoloMid. Fnatic still hold the advantage here, but the money is starting to roll in for TSM. There's that AWP pickup for JW, and the rest of them will be looking at their enforce.
So TSM one more closer, but again, let's go back. We could have already had it 8 rounds. We would have a completely broken economy right now for Fnatic. So JW
looking for
trying to find that pick, but they've already counter-smoked him, so he has to wait for that to disappear. And they're getting up alt mid. If he wanted to, he could go Boiler right now with a good chance to pick, but he doesn't seem to think that's the idea. He seems to want to wait for those stairs. Now he'll fall off this because there's a secondary nade to come out.
Yeah, he needs to get back.
And Flush is going to smoke it so they can reposition themselves. Smoke toward him. This gives away they're coming up mid. This should be a full A. They should have full rotates.
That AWP shot initially missed from JW. Pronax is able to mop up the last play. It's good flashbang, actually blinding Team SoloMid, trying to come out of their apartments. At the same time, then the flash comes into that CT pit.
A lot of commitment to that one player, but they'll get him, and Zipnix will put the bomb down. Crims is still taking his leisurely time, rotating around over from B, walking up mid. 1v3. We'll see if he can do it. He's looking to try.
Yeah.
One in pit. He's already spotted him. He saw him through the crack. He had to have. Yeah, so he'll run away.
Yep. Save the weapon. Device will also pick up the... Zipnix will pick up the AWP, which is sitting on top of the bomb site. And Team SoloMid, they've got the hardware to keep moving through the rounds, where he's actually switched that one out for an AK. So they don't want to have the AWP. We're only looking at machine guns for him instead.
Yeah, and Crims didn't even try to pick up JWs. That was a little bit deeper in toward the A site. Yeah, he could have rotated around. There was an M4 actually front library. No one was covering it, but Crims wanted to be safe.
I'm wondering what the plan is. Or is it just TSM thinking, you know what, Fnatic still aren't peeking us, so why should we probably run an AWP in this game?
T-side AWP's not as important. If you can get an early pick with it, if there's a guaranteed fight to be had, then yeah, okay, it's great. If you can get up to, if you get a front spawn and you can get up to Banana and take that early presence and early push, then like we saw Guardian do, then it's worth it. But otherwise, you want to have the AKs to work picks and try and work angles up close toward the sites. So it's, I mean, there's a lot of teams that choose not to run an AWP on this map, T-side.
And they're moving quickly up through top Banana. There is one man trying to stand his ground up here, and that's JW. Crims is the man sitting a little bit further back.
Device is going to check this.
Yep.
Yeah. So that smoke gave him all the window of opportunity he needed. He just checked car, walked over, and there he was.
Look where Olaf and Pronex are. Olaf's trying to get that vision down towards bench, realize who's in the mid, and the peek out. Well, that's going to be Pronex dying very, very quickly. Flusher forced to come over from Arch, but he doesn't want to. You can see him just twitching right now on the mini-map. Not sure where the angle is. Olaf going to miss the first shot, misses the second one as well. Not even really any kind of chip damage coming in. So Crims, the only man who has himself a decent weapon. He's going to go down the B side, and this round belongs to TSM. Flusher can do a nice bit of damage with the grenade, but getting anything more from this is just not going to happen. The plant was just a little bit late after the last frag went out, so not the biggest bonus, but it will be 12 rounds to 10, as Fnatic will now come into a rifle buy. Still so much money on TSM.
Yeah, and I'm starting to, I mean, Fnatic hasn't been able to find early picks on Banana. TSM's actually been countering it quite well. Again, they're going to go for this 3-play. But I'm starting to wonder if Fnatic might benefit from trying to get someone a little more deep inside apartments just to weasel them out the other way and force them back into that stack. Again, Olaf actually does get it this time. Deep smoke. Now they're forced up to A. JW's pushed up by Boiler in toward bedroom. Oh, my apologies.
So
no,
he's
he's outside. So overlay confusion there. My mistake. I thought he was in the hallway. So he gets taken down. He did go for the boost. Actually self-jumped himself up there. But down and out already. Pronax backside. He's your rotator. Gets the first on Kerrigan.
That was a big kill, because if they lost him, then there wouldn't be enough firepower to try and battle from the library side. And Crims, he needs time from Pronax as well as Olaf. The bomb plant might be down, but if Crims can get into the apartments, which he already is, and find that initial kill, doesn't see the one at Graveyard, sees the one inside the pit, he's getting tagged in from the one on the site. And Pronax and Olaf never really brought the extra help. They will at least know one's down in pit. I don't know if he did actually see the one in... Oh, now they definitely will. So Olaf knows where the last two are. Knows he can't really find the kill. Switches to pistol and gets the hell out of there.
Yeah, and they won't peek
They're
him.
so low.
They're both, I think they're both down and out. Yeah, they're going to lose their guns here. So there you go. Bell blast, just to let everyone know that that is confirmed. 2 deaths. They'll ring for the funeral. But there's still lots of money on TSM's side, so it won't hurt them too much. And we get a 1-point game. They're coming back beautifully right now. T side. Olaf got the early kill again, and they actually had a good amount of smokes off to channel out the offense. But that A entry came out strong. As soon as JW went down, they still had 3 over at B because Olaf called that he had a bit of a presence, so they stuck around a little bit too long. You've got to make your decisions so well. You either need to take an odd man fight, try and go head-to-head with them, or you need to fall out and get back to A immediately, and they were a bit late.
This time Olaf and Crims, more out of a defensive posture at the top of mid. A lot of spam coming into the car. They're trying to tag their spam up a little bit. They only had hit. Devices, in fact, the man who takes the damage.
So there's 2 flashes spent for the T's for absolutely nothing because they've already fallen back inside the site. A little more passive this time. That leaves Flusher to be passive as well on the Arch because he'll be the first to get there and he won't have as much time to rotate, so he needs to be in a better position to do it.
They've still got 6 more flashes as well as having 5 smokes across the board. I don't think Team SoloMid are going to be feeling too crippled about getting in. Flusher. he already moving back? No, the flash is coming into mid. He has to stand on Arch. But he's very deep on Arch. Dupree, Sipnix, checking all the corners. There goes your Molotov. He's being rushed in by Dupree. The flash will be there. He doesn't get the upper hand, but 16 HP left on Dupree. That CT defender, which was Crims, already backing up. JW, he's out one, waiting for mid. Taking out one, looking for the second. Cannot get again on top. Dupree's not a healthy man, but when no one sees him, he's lethal. 2-on-4 situation. Team SoloMid about to level this up at 12 apiece. The plan to go down the A site. And Crims and Olaf, they're just getting the hell out of here. I think Olaf would stick around. Actually, he's got the M4. He needs to get out. I thought Crims maybe can go for some exit frags, but not going to be the case. Olaf might be able to bring one with him. But it's not worth it. It really isn't worth it.
Easy exit.
Yeah. But he doesn't want to go for any more. Holding onto that M4 is more critical for them. Because that's the difference between holding Banana and losing Banana.
Oh, for sure. You play a choke point and you've got a gun to work with. It makes it a lot easier. So it's a tie game, and TSM did well for their money. They actually, being Fnatic as they are with this one gun, we could see Famastas come out around it. In fact, Crims already has the shotgun as well. And they're tossing these guns around, and they're, Pronax, yeah, they are. They're going to force around it, so there you go. We've got a FAMAS, and we've got two M4s to come out with it. They're a little bit naked, flush and no head armor, but again, it's against AKs. Doesn't really make a difference.
They're not completely broke, too. Pronax and JW still have 1k after this buy. But they're, like, TSM's pushing quite aggressively up through Banana. This time, they'll hold the upper part. But with the smoke block again, Olaf and Crims are the ones who now have the advantage. And
actually, that 1k is important because they've got a full money bonus, so they should get 34 minimum going their way. Which puts them both back into top buy territory, and then the other three could force FAMAS. Just barely, though. Crims wouldn't be able to. He'd have to sit back on something like a pistol or an SMG. And he doesn't have the Tech 9 to do it, so it's still fragile. It's up to a call at that point, and we're getting deep in the game. That call gets risky. But this round has to expire first. They've still got guns, and they are still Fnatic. This is more than a threat against TSM.
This time around, for the push coming in from TSM, there is no Molotov in the hands of Olaf. JW is, in fact, the only man still holding on to a molly. And he has to move over now. Flushes on the highway. There goes your multiple flashes. Olaf and Crims both getting completely blinded. In fact, Olaf's already down for the count. The spray will start to come in from the CT spawn. They realize one's over in guards as well. There's a large amount of damage to the TSM. The minimal damage taken by Fnatic. So this retake may not be impossible. It's definitely not easy. When all 5 players for TSM are in there, in fact, they are not going to attempt it. Everyone's bailing out of here. They force the buy. They don't want to be into another round where they have the eco. Wait for the opening frags, and then go from there. So
and again, and more importantly, it's not worth risking the economy at this point. Like I said, it's very fragile. This makes it obvious what to do in the next round. They'll obviously buy out. So now they get 2 straight gun rounds, and they get to save a little bit of coin that potentially puts them in that same situation for the 13th, or pardon me, I guess what would be the 27th round at that point. So we won't necessarily see them have to make the decision to play for GG or play for the tie. They'll be able to afford a little more. So a 4-man save in that position is actually dead on the right call.
Well, let's see if they have a better round this afternoon, because right now, Team SoloMid, they had the advantage in this map. It didn't look like they had it after the end of the first half. Or at least actually 3/4 of the way through the first half. Then they got those last couple of rounds to balance it out to be 10-5.
And this could be a changing of the guard for me. If TSM suddenly starts to get their T-sides together like this, Fnatic, we're the best Inferno team in the world. I don't know about that anymore. Obviously, we'd have to see it on a land, but TSM's putting a case up for it. They're playing extremely well, and look at this. They're going to go directly toward apartments.
I'd really want to see JW right now because he's sitting on the corner. Oh, he's actually turning into flash. He's still going to get the first pickup. Looking for the second. Cannot get it, though. Sipnik's going to breach through with just the power by numbers. Pronax is coming in behind them, though. Flasher and Olaf, they have to get rid of Kerrigan. Now they can control from the outside. And Team SoloMid, they've actually backed themselves into their own little box. Opening up that box a little bit with the death of Crims. But it's just patience now from Fnatic. Through the smoke, know where that plant site is. The bomb is open. And KGB and Device know they're being watched in a horrible crossfire until Olaf's going to drop. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Pronax and Flusher, very unhealthy in the HP department. And the plant, it is going to go down from KGB. Are we looking at another save here?
I mean, potentially. You've got the full money bonus going their way. I think they're going to try and look for, well, they might go for it. They're going to go for it, so they're going in for it. Because if they had to save these two, they would be able to force out Alpha Moss easily next round. This means that they're going to have a very, very, very slim margin to work with. And KGB's got an easy kill. Pops out, Pronax comes around the corner, and Flusha realizes he's in a very, very awkward situation right now. They're both going to stare him down. Yeah, he's going to get away. So they'll have one gun. 23 for Flusha. Plus money bonus. He'll drop a FAMAS.
Device got enough distance here.
Yeah.
No,
he doesn't. I thought he was good. Wow.
He didn't move to the back corner inside of pit, which is exactly where he was. I thought that was where he was going to run. They decided to just run straight down mid. So they lose the AK. It doesn't mean much because teams on the mid have so much money. They could fund their war until the end of the 30th round.
Wow, okay, so I didn't see that coming with the money bonus afterwards.
Double ops?
I didn't pick that up at all. They go glass, can't, well, not even, no, so JW's got armor.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So does Olaf. And JW's going to look for the pick in mid. The smoke, there's no crevice there for him to look through. But Olaf, he's the man watching the banana. Very deep inside the banana, though. I'll say shallow inside the banana. Look around the corner. Blind. Down. The AWP is on the deck. And TSM feel the opening is there. Another smoke does fly its way over from A site. JW is also going to go down. These double orbs have failed for Fnatic. It looks like TSM are about to take this first map, or at least the 15th round. There is still 2.1k over on Olaf, but this is not really enough to have a proper buy from Fnatic in the next round. Crims did at least manage to salvage one of the AWPs. But the push will come to be. Flashes and smokes. They got 3 smokes, 3 flashes. 1 flash to fly already. Funnily enough, that was actually up through mid. And Flush is not quite sure exactly where he should be. He's got to go big right now. Blind and flash over on 4. Crims with that AWP. Defending from in deep. Flusher, though, defending on the front lines. He's able to pick up, 2. Until he'll go down.
Crims is still back at Emo, though. It's a good spot to be, and they know he's there now, but they can't get him.
He's got support. Down. He's got support. Inside the smoke, Kerrigan going to go for the plant. He fakes it, though, waiting for the play to push up through the smoke.
There's your smoke advantage. That's your smoke advantage big time. Kerrigan saw him well before Pronax had any idea he was there. Volvo, please, in that case, I have to say, but TSM come away with it 15 rounds now, and that looked hairy. If Crims had stayed alive a little bit longer back inside of Emo, that was all over.
Fnatic are going for the buy again. It's the full all-in,
and obviously. Kerrigan just threw away a nade to pick up a Molotov, so this will be interesting to see how they want to use this. They've obviously got a set play on this.
Oh, where is it? Where is their play coming? Olaf was the man with the AWP. He tried to actually have a look down mid. No joy. Flusher also trying to find some information. It's just Device who's spraying that AK up. Keeping the attention of Fnatic, who do bring 3 over the B site. JW sitting in close. He does have that M4 in hand. Olaf with that AWP. Also trying to just look up to sandbags. Kerrigan's going to be the first man to have a bit of a peek. And Olaf punishes him for it. Sipnix, well, he's on a 2-on-1 situation to try and get into A. But he's slipped through the smoke to get to Arch side. If Olaf's not ready for this, he could end up losing his AWP. When the mass smokes, he's feeling like it's over here. And it's not. In fact, it's a full A movement. Pronax is probably the man in the best position for this. Flusher on the site. Device and Pronax, you could smell each other from how close they are. That's the first kill. Crims to drop. Olaf worried about what's coming in behind him. Because they're not holding the line here until JW breaks the line. He takes 3 by coming up through mid. Sipnix will go down and in fact he gets himself a... Oh no, it's not going to be a 4-4. But either way, Fnatic keeping themselves alive and pushing towards potential overtime.
It's win or bust now, though. Money bonus reset.
All or nothing. It was kind of for the last round anyway, because you're facing up against 3 match points.
Yeah, look at how much, even though they've won the last couple of rounds, that they've pulled down TSM's economy. We saw 5 digits on Device not too long ago. Zipnix as well. He's on 22. Post by 950 for Device, so at least they've done some damage and could easily actually tie this up by winning this round.
Where's Olaf going? Where's Olaf going? Okay.
He risky.
He ran down through mid all the way to the park bench and then just double timed it back up again. trying to get some information about where Team SoloMid are moving, so Fnatic can adjust the defense accordingly. And so far, even TSM haven't decided exactly where they're going to go. That bomb's just sitting still back on T-stairs. KGB is keeping Crims as well as JW looking towards that that B site.
So Pronak's the only one on truck side. We'll have to see how they smoke this off, because if they put a second one out on Arch, they're going to rush onto him. Luckily, Flush has realized that he's probably in a very awkward situation based on timing and falls back. There's your deep smoke library. This leaves Arch a little bit exposed. Kerrigan's going to have to push for it. And as he comes around the corner, he knows one's up close. It doesn't matter. Olaf's got the shot. There's your op. And now Pronax uses the other smoke to his advantage. And there it is. This time it goes back to Fnatic pushing through the smoke. And Fnatic's giving themselves a good chance because Xyp9x and KGB are stuck in the pit. And there's Olaf with the op.
Yeah. 3-on-1. KGB with 17 HP. He can at least get this plant down. Oh, no, he doesn't want to. He fakes it. And there's the run-up by Olaf coming in with a pistol. And maybe Fnatic losing a grip at this last moment. Again with a fake plant, but he's out of time. JW will still drop, so it's not the greatest round for Fnatic. They have enough to buy rifles, and they did manage to hold onto that AWP in the hands of Crims. And this is our last round of this map.
He's lucky he didn't drop down post-time expiry there, because he had the AK, would have had nothing. So they buy out around it. Not a lot of money left at all. Dupree, $900.
This is it.
But it doesn't matter. The game is, right now, this is regulation. Every single round used, and my goodness, I hope the whole night goes this way. Olaf with the op. Cajun B with it for Team SoloMid right now.
Nades. Pronax backs up quickly. Realizing that pressure's coming the way of Boiler. They just wait it out. Smoke up mid. Smoke on Banana. JW and Crims. They do not want to let them just have this top Banana. They're taking a considerable amount of damage for this, however. And Pronax and Olaf holding tight over on the apartment side. The bomb is now moving with Kerrigan towards B. And Flusher. I don't know if he's actually walking his way back all the way. Like, it's a long, long path to get to B. Might have been a little bit concerned about that push up through mid, so decided to go the safer route.
He's sitting on the statue inside spawn CT, but he doesn't have a smoke, so I thought he might actually look to go for a smoke banana to support, but he's not even doing that. He's just waiting for a call at this point.
JW, he just tried to go for a combination with Crims. Crims with a flash over, so JW can go for the peak. It's going to fail, which means Flusher has been brought over to the B site. The smoke is perfect to stop that rotator, but where the pressure is coming, it's all up through mid. Pronax will be the first man to see this. Olaf might be able to hold him from up in the top of apartments. That's where Kerrigan's running right now. But the flashes are in. Olaf takes out one. Where's the second? He's not going to find it. The last defender, Pronax, on top of the site. He's got help coming in, but from Flusher, comes a little bit too late to save his life. But Flusher was able to drop down Cajun B. A 2-on-3 situation. Team SoloMid, if they win this round, they take the first map in the grand final and nudge the way closer to DreamHack Bucharest. The flashes come in, and there it is. That'll be the round for Team SoloMid. And GG for map number 1. It was their map with the advantage, but it was not an easy run. Fnatic